to highlight how ugly it is in America these days. Here's some footage we shot last week. We did learn that Bush wasn't the only president not really elected to office.
George Walker Bush, president with the eyes closest together.
Yes, yes. The first son of a president to become president since John Quincy Adams. You actually like this guy?
Yes, I did. So quit insulting.
He insults us.
You think this thing we got for president now doesn't? He is a jerk.
Yeah, he's invaded a bunch of countries and gave us health care. It's terrible. This guy did a really good job of that to start. Obviously, people's opinions are very heated regarding our presidents. This guy created all that debt. Don't forget that.
No, don't forget when our country started down.
The debt, yeah. But look who tripled it.
Actually, 80% of that debt is all Bush's.
Oh, baloney.
So
that is
full of
Look at your stats. Look at your stats.
Yeah, you look at your stats.
What stats are you quoting?
Same what you are.
No, actually not. Actually not.
Yeah.
America is a very divided place these days. How do you feel, Dean?
Because Brad wonders why he doesn't get any women with a pickup line like that.
That's our president, folks. Oh, wait, we're missing one. It's weird that all these white sculptures, there's not a black president among them. Welcome to Virginia, folks.
Maybe he'd be out back.
Maybe he is. Hey, everybody. I'm Brad+Lockwood, founder, creator of Or+Bust. As you may know, we travel all around the country. We show you interesting places you've never been, maybe learn something, have some fun along the way. For the past 2 years, we've been documenting America at this really exciting moment. I don't know about the Dark Ages, the Crusades, the Civil War, all that, but this is easily the most exciting time ever to be alive. With the internet, people being connected around the world, and politicians basically crumbling, disparaging each other. We wanted to draw attention to this and do a special episode on the influx of dirty money just flowing into campaigns right now. It's reached an all-time low, and we want to point out a few of these characters who are playing in this world. Leading the group is our best friend Karl+Rove, nicknamed Turd Blossom by Bush. If you don't remember Karl+Rove, he's the one who had a bunch of U.S. attorneys fired because they wouldn't prosecute political enemies. Really a great guy, helped with the build-up, the fake invasion, you know, false reports and trying to get us to invade the wrong country, Iraq, ignoring Afghanistan, which is still a nightmare, and our boys are dying there daily. Well, Karl+Rove has a new job. He now heads up a group called Crossroads+GPS. Awesome name, a sublime alias used by a shadowy dude, and he has a $50 million war chest that he is just dumping into advertising just to disparage and destroy candidates he doesn't like. Sound familiar? This is what he's been doing his whole life. He earned that name, Turd Blossom. Another, we'll just call this group Tea+Party+Patriots. That's their name. Well, they received $1 million last week, and they won't tell anybody whom sent it to them. Interesting, huh? Well, this is a mess, and this goes to our Supreme Court. You know, awesome Supreme Court dominated by Republicans appointed by Bush in his great wisdom. And this is a very conservative court. Obama is appointing some justices, but we'll see how this leans. The Supreme Court found earlier this year that corporations have a freedom of speech. Yep, just like you and me, any old citizen, a corporation has the right to free speech. Therefore, they have unlimited spending power during elections. So all of these fabulous stand-up companies, you know, BP, ExxonMobil, GE, unions, you name it, they run the gamut. These companies can spend whatever they want, but shh, they don't want you to know it's them spending the money. So they're hiding behind these front groups to be able to dump these monies in, because if this money was traced back to them, you know, you wouldn't go shop at Walmart so quickly. You might choose a different gas station. You might even get some solar panels. Who knows? This is the sorry state, and it's spreading throughout. You have incumbents being just destroyed all around the country, and some pretty good ones. Take a look at Lisa+Murkowski in Alaska, who said, quote, "They came in, dumped $600,000 into a small market here in Alaska, and they absolutely, clearly influenced the outcome." What happened to Lisa? She's an incumbent senator. She's a Republican from Alaska, and she got beat by some no-name named Joe Miller, okay? The Tea Party Express, a group out of California, they're not even based in Alaska, came in and dumped all this money to defeat her. Why? Ask yourself. Let's also look at another incredibly unqualified person, anti-masturbation Senate candidate Christine+O'Donnell from the first state of Delaware, who somehow beat a former governor and the sitting senator Mike Castle a week ago. This lady is about as qualified as my dog Stu to be a senator, yet she somehow won. Where did that money come from? Who finances these people? Well, Miss O'Donnell has her own problems, because last year when she wasn't even running for any office, she somehow spent $20,000 in campaign funds on gas and food. Note, she wasn't even running for office. There's an official Federal Elections Commission's complaint against her, but we'll see how that happens. Probably there won't be any judgment or justice until well after the election. We're just warning you here, folks. This is dirty, dirty politics. You need to rein in the corporations. And there was an attempt. There's called the DISCLOSE Act, which was supposed to clean up this mess of all these corporations. Of course, the Republicans have held up the DISCLOSE Act to make all of these advertisers, these alias, these shadow companies actually admit who they are and where all this money is coming from as they smear opponents they don't like to get their own way. Again, why? Why are they so deeply invested in our process?
He said the principle of spending money to
Howdy.
be paid.
How you doing? What's your name? I'm
Brad
Brad+Lockwood. What's your name?
Brad+Lockwood. I'm Dave Culver, Brad.
Nice to meet you, Dave.
Why are you taking pictures?
I'm making a documentary film all about America right
So
here.
basically, he's saying if you
got
put
a
the
card
money,
or something?
Sure do.
If you spend it now, and you put that on the back of your
Is this
kids,
not a
you're
public
doing
event?
something wrong. And this last one, and he's just right on target. If the debt is swelled to a formidable size, we shall be committed to a career of debt,
Where you out of?
corruption,
Right here in Bend. Yeah. Just paid all my taxes.
right on time.
Where are you based?
Now, I want to tell you something I heard about a week ago. U.S. Congress, 39 years of age,
I don't think I need to give you that.
this is
You got a card?
Nope.
Are you an organizer of this event?
Nope.
If
All right.
the present
Have a nice day then.
the present spending
Well, the Tea Party emerged last year, and we covered one of the first events on tax day, April 15th of last year, 2009. They're a loose, ramshackle group, to say the least. I'd like to call them a loose confederacy of concerned citizens and racists, pissed off that a black man stole the White House and just don't know what to do because suddenly a white man isn't in power for the first time in our country. But this group does have some good ideas, obviously, and like all of us, very concerned about federal debt. But they are totally being co-opted. Who are these shadow groups who are spending all this money to get these outsiders in power? Outsiders we know nothing about. All we know is that incumbents are being smeared. The person you put in office last year, a couple of years ago, ooh, all these dirty secrets coming out about them. Spent through all these ads that you're seeing every night on television with money we don't know where it came from. This is dirty, dirty business, folks. Tea Party, you've been totally co-opted. You may have had a chance and been a good movement, but my God, who's really paying for you? And Democrats, you're a bunch of pussies. Will you please do something effective? You've totally undermined a good president, undermined all of his policies. You've got enough victories, healthcare, our troops coming out of Iraq. You know, a lot of promises kept, a lot more promises than Bush. Yet, our president looks totally inept and his approval rating has now fallen to a new low of 42%.